Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video. We'll be finally doing my full face of Milani. I have so many like full faces on deck. Actually not anymore. I did for a while there. A couple of them I need, like Catrice, I was just about to do, but then some of their products were limited edition and it peed me off. So I was like, forget you Catrice, forget you for now. And then Profusion I have a couple products for. So let me know any full face you guys want me to do. I've been toying with the idea of a full face of Rare Beauty because I love them, but I don't have a lot of products that I have to buy a lot, but we'll see. First, if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and without further ado, let's just get started. My brain was just like, oh my gosh, the 20% off foundations at Sephora. While I'm filming this, it's still going. I don't know when it's done, or is it still going? Maybe it's not. Oh, it is still going. The day I'm uploading this video is actually the last day. So whatever foundations you want from Sephora, so this is drugstore, but I'm thinking about the Rare Beauty. Anyway, can you see where today's video is going? Today, again, like I said, we're doing a full face of Milani, and I love Milani as a brand. I feel like they're pretty consistent. I like kind of wrote down all their prices and stuff like that, and none of their products really beat past $12, honestly. Everything's under 12, and that's really nice for a brand because you know, some of the higher brands, L'Oreal, Maybelline, NYX even, they reach the $20 mark for some products, and you're like, girl. So I feel like Milani is in the middle. It's not the cheapest of the cheap. You know, you have your brands that are cheaper, but it's nice in the middle. Some products I think that they have are a little bit overpriced. Their lip balm being like $9 is the reason why I don't have it. It's a little overpriced, but other things are, you know, pretty average, if you will. So let's just jump right in. Milani's been around for a really long time, so I'm not going to do too much research. I'm not going to do any talking about the like brand as a whole. I mean, a brand as like a what's their mission and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know if even know if they old brands like that have it. Oh, it says we are Milani. I lied. I'm gonna read a little bit just because now I'm curious. So they said they stand for quality, diversity, and that's it. Which is pretty cool. Here to fuel your self-expression with products that make the exclusive inclusive. Exclusive, yeah, inclusive. I don't know. Wow, that was weird. You can get them at Ulta, Walmart, Target, CVS, HEB, which I don't know what that is, and Walgreens. So you can kind of get them wherever you go. I did realize though, between Ulta and Milani.com, the prices are the same, but between Target and Milani, some of the prices do differ. And so I'm gonna assume even like CVS is typically more expensive than most of the places. So depending on where you do get it from, the prices may vary. All right, let's just jump right in. We're gonna go with two primers here. First, we have the Milani Skin Quench Hydrating Primer. I freaking love this. Both these primers are $10.99, which again is pretty like in the middle here. You can use a coupon, get whatever, get a little couple bucks off. I like this primer. I've used it. They just repackaged it. So I used it when it was in the old packaging, and I do really like this one. This one is simply for hydration. It does even out the complexion a little bit. Let's put it on half. Let's do that. Let's show you for now. OD on the side, but you can see the difference here. This looks hydrated, juicy, a little bit more supple, but not anything glowy or like shimmery or anything like that. It's very nice and a natural glow. I think it also does smooth out the face a little bit. You just have a little bit of like clean base kind of, if you will. So it says, yeah, creamy lotion texture, natural finish, which so true. There's hyaluronic acid, coconut water, the things everyone loves in it. But it does do a little bit of blurring and like smoothing, and so I really do like that. I like it a lot. I used up an entire one of these before. My friend, she's the best. When I hit 1,000 subscribers, she got me like a little goodie bag, and she got me both of these primers, and I was very excited because I wanted to try them for so long. But I do like this one. This one again is something if you're looking for just hydration and a little bit of blurring, nothing too extreme. If you don't have super like if you need something super specific, that's a really good one. I like the Bright Side Illuminating Primer just a little bit better. There's some vitamin C, pro vitamin B5, whatever that means. And yeah, it has a more radiant finish. Oh, and jojoba oil. That's what else is in it. For those of you people who love those words. Do half again just to show you. This one is way more radiant. You can see it has more not shimmers, but more of a pearlescent kind of vibe to it. And so you can see just the difference even between these two sides. This one looks hydrating, a little bit more supple. This one looks a little bit more radiant and luminous, you know? So that's just the difference there. I like using them both together, honestly, just because I feel like even the bright side alone is sometimes isn't hydrating enough, but either or, whatever you like. Oh, I gotta do the other side, hello. This one I feel like is the closest product I've found to the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. Honestly, they are pretty close enough that you don't need both, but for me, I don't know why, the Rare Beauty just has a special place in my heart. You can get these both at Ulta as well. I'm gonna go through when I remember to tell you guys what you can and can't get at Ulta, because I know a lot of people do their shopping from Ulta, and so do I. And so that's where most of these products came from, but just so you guys know. So stunning. And then we're gonna add more glow, sweetie. We're gonna go with the Milani Glow Hydrating Skin Tint. I have the shade 210 Light Medium. I love this skin tint so much. They do only have like 4 shades, honestly. So it was interesting that they said diversity and like stuff like that, which is not to say that, oh, there must not be diverse just because they have 4 shades. I know their intention is that, so this is light to medium. The intention is that people who are literally light to medium can use this. So kind of 4 stands for all those. So 1 shade can stand for all those skin tones. That's the idea. And it is very light coverage, which I know a lot of skin tones can get away. I've seen a lot of people use this shade specifically, and I'm like, whoa, I had no idea. Like we were the same shade, which we're really not, but it's just because, you know, it is such a light coverage that it makes a little bit of sense. I just do wish they came out with a couple more shades, you know, at least 10, in my opinion, if you're gonna have something light coverage like this, because you can see it really just melts into your skin tone because it is so light coverage. Everything, you can see quite a bit of everything underneath, but you know, undertones and stuff like that, I don't know. They could have come out with a couple more shades, I really feel like. But this is $11.99, which is odd because I'm pretty sure I bought it from Target for $10 for $9.99. So I was like, Ulta and Milani both sold it for $11.99. So I was a little shook, but here it is here again. Very light coverage, very sheer coverage, very radiant though. Even you can see the difference in my face here. I just look a little bit more put together, but it still looks skin-like and nice. I'm gonna build it up a little bit. Which I do like about this foundation is if you want something you want a little bit more something, girl, just build her up. Build her up, honey. And there you have it. Just so beautiful, so juicy. Oh my gosh, I love this skin tint so much. I didn't know how much I loved it until, I don't know, just like when I'm thinking about like what I want to wear, I'm like, ooh, Milani, you know? I have tried the Milani foundation, just while I apply this side. I have tried the Milani 2-in-1 foundation. I don't know, the concealer and foundation in one, whatever, a long time ago, but it's just like not my speed. And I wasn't gonna force myself to buy something that I knew I wouldn't like, just for this video, you know what I'm saying? So, I didn't re-pick that up, but I did like it. I just think it's just not really that good for my skin type, my dry skin. Number 1, and number 2, I know it's just, I'm reaching for more skin tints, light coverage and stuff like that, and that's pretty full coverage, so there's that. All right, next we're gonna go with another exciting product. They're all exciting. Most of them are exciting, if I may. My bangs are just like killing me. They're killing me, smalls. But we're gonna go with the Milani Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Tint. I have the shade 120 Peach. I typically don't like products like this. Well, I don't use them, I should say. I don't try them really ever. And the reason why I tried this one was because the Milani concealer I've heard is really like the e.l.f. Camo Concealer and like all those kind of Tarte Shape Tape dupes. And it's just not my speed. I don't like the e.l.f. Camo Concealer because I like something really lightweight, really creamy, really, and I don't want to say light coverage, but really lightweight with still a good amount of coverage. And so I was just kind of like, don't really need it, and so I didn't want to buy it again just for this video. So I wanted to try this because people have been loving it, and I've been using it non-stop for weeks, especially if I have a concealer that's too dark for me. It really does, you can see, it really just does brighten up the face. Wherever I put it, it just whoosh, like lights it up, and I love it without being too dramatic. This is, again, the shade 120 Peach, which I thought would be like really scary, but it actually looks really nice when you blend it in with like your foundation and stuff like that. I'm gonna go over my eye. And it's hard too, because now I put it over here, but you can see the difference. It just looks so much brighter. I look more awake, I look more alive, more juicy. And again, the whole vibe I'm here for her. I'm here for her. I was scared that it would just be like, you know, a pink under eye thing, but it's really not. And so if you're scared of something like this, I would try this one at least. If you're trying to get into color correctors and stuff like that, just because it is so brightening but it's so creamy and so nice, and it just works so well. It's not scary at all, and I was afraid of it. And I wear a lot of makeup a lot of the time, so you know, for those of you who are just starting out. But I do love 10 out of 10. All these products are so good. All these products are so good. All right, we are gonna set the under eyes real quick, just before I go on with this next product, because I know they will crease galore, just because everything we have on is very, very creamy. Very, very creamy. We're gonna go in, hello, should I tell you? the Milani translucent, I hate that it says this. Milani Make It Last Setting Powder. I have the shade 01 translucent light to medium. Again, like light to medium. And it says absorbs oil and mattify. So this was the product I was scared of the most, just because obviously I have dry skin. But I found that it's a nice kind of matte, and when you have so many glowy products on, you know, it kind of just, what is the word? It ends up not being as matte or as drying as I assumed, you know? So I really do like it. It really does, again, you can see here, it just smooths out the area. You look beautiful and really, really nice. I don't find that it looks crepey or dry, especially when you use, again, a really super hydrating concealer. So that's really nice. I'm gonna just set my lids while we're here. And so, I mean, I feel like for those people with like oily skin, I don't know how it'll hold up against your oily skin. But I feel like it's not super, super drying on my skin. So for those of you with dry skin, you might like it, you know? Again, another product that was really scary, but ended up working out. All right, before I set the rest of the face, I'm gonna go in with the cream blush. You guys know the whole world has kind of went crazy over these. It kind of has died down, for real. It has died down, but the Milani Cheek Kiss cream blushes. I have the shade 110 Nude Kiss. I wrote down all the prices for these things, and the audacity of me just didn't even go through. Like I said, the primers were $10.99. You can get them at Ulta. The foundation is $11.99. Again, you can get it at Ulta. The concealer, the Under Eye Tint, is $9.99, and you can get it at Ulta as well, which again, they're all kind of around under the $12 range, around 10 bucks. The setting powder is also $10.99, and you can get it at Ulta as well. There's only one product today that I'll mention that you can't get at Ulta, so if I do keep forgetting, well, there you go. But anyway, I have the shade in 110 Nude Kiss, which is the more like neutral shade. We can give her a little swatchy swatch. And this one is also $9.99, so great price there. I'm just gonna go on, I have my little SpongeBob sponge. I love his little butt for cream blushes like this. It's a very, very creamy formula, you can see in there. And so it's really, really nice. You just wanna be careful. Yeah. So you don't overdo it. I love this blush though. It's a really pretty shade, a really pretty formula. It is really, really nice. So those of you who are, I don't know, trying to avoid the hype, or you're like, is it really? Is it really? Because now the hype's dead and no one's really talking about it. But it is really, really good. I think it's just that so many cream blushes have come out that it's like it's hard for people to still talk about even just the basic good ones, because like even the e.l.f. putty blushes aren't getting as much hype as they once did, and like the Fenty cream blushes, but they're all really, really good. And so this one is really good as well. Just gonna add a little bit on the nose. Super cute, and this color is really, really nice as well. So there's that. Yes, then I'm gonna go in, set the rest of my face with my powder. Yes. The powder's nice. It does have that little contraption that the e.l.f. Halo Glow powder has, so you can kind of close it and it doesn't get all over the whole inside, which I really, really like. It's one of my favorite things about like the e.l.f. powder, but it's nice to see that other brands are like, I don't know which one, again, I did it first because this is my first time trying the Milani powder, not just today, but I mean like when I just bought it right now, like a couple months ago or like a month ago. And so I don't know how long they've had that for or who came first, but either way, I like to see it. I love to see it. I wish other brands got the memo. We're gonna go in with some bronzer. We're gonna go in with my favorite, the love of my life, the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade 05 Soleil. This bronzer is $9.99, which is amazing. Such a great price for such a good bronzer. It literally beats some of my high-end bronzers. And just 10 out of 10 would recommend. 10 out of 10 would recommend. This is one of my favorite Milani products in general. And that's why I was so excited to do this video, because I have such favorites, so many, wow, I can't speak English. I have so many favorites from the brand that I wanted to share them with you. This one is a little bit deeper on me. I probably would go down a shade if I could redo, but they were hard to kind of see. So if this is a good, like, base for you, like how to judge it, here it is. And even though swatching it doesn't even show you how true it is. I just cleaned this brush today, yesterday, but I've never used it. I haven't used it since I cleaned it. English, Marissa, English. We're Englishing. And so it's a clean brush. All it is the Milani product on it, and you can see how deep it is on my skin. And so it's just a good indicator. It's really hard to judge. I spend hours freaking trying to pick my shade, and just so you know. But it is very, very shimmery. You can see it just has that glow to it. They are like glitters in it, but you can hardly see them. Honestly, like, I'm sure you guys can't even tell that they're on my face, maybe on a certain angle, but it just gives so much life to the face, and I know so many people love it, and it's for a good reason. I have tried the other Milani, the matte bronzer. Not my favorite. I like this one better, but I know people who like that as well. So we're gonna go on with this blush next. This is the Milani Baked Powder Blush in the shade Rose Dioro, shade 02. I wanted to try this for a really long time as well. It is $99. You can get it at Ulta. You can also get the bronzer at Ulta as well. But this one is a nice blush. It's just very, very shimmery. Lots and lots of shimmer. And so you just kind of have to be careful, but it's almost like, it's not like I like the bronzer because you can see it just gives me life. The blush almost like, I don't know, it's really, really shimmery, and so I just don't wear it a lot, but it's nice. It is really, really nice. I thought it would have a lot more depth to it, which it does when you use the right brush. And I'm just gonna hit it on. But you can just see how, like, the difference here, right? It just looks very, very shimmery is the word. I don't know what else to say, but it looks beautiful. It does look really, really nice and scrumptious, and I can't wait to wear this in fall. But it's just not my favorite formula, just because there is a lot of shimmer. It's like Luminoso, but a deeper shade of Luminoso, you know? And I thought it would just be like more matte shade, but it wasn't. I knew there was a little bit of shimmer, but I thought it would be a little bit more matte, if you will. But it is really, really pretty and scrumptious. My skin looks so good. I look so tan though. All right. Now we're gonna go in with brows, just because, again, the rest of my products is from a face palette, and I don't wanna go back and forth. So we have two brow products here. I really like both of these. So we have the Milani Precision Brow. I have the shade 150 Espresso, and this is brow pencil, $8.99. They're both actually $8.99, and you can get them both at Ulta, which is really, really nice. I know a lot of people like the Precision Brow Pencil just because it's a nice Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, or ABH Brow Wiz kind of dupe. So it's just like a nice, creamy, thin brow that I know a lot of people love. It's the perfect combination of like waxy, so it lasts in your brows, but creamy, so it blends and it doesn't feel like you're ripping out all your brow hairs at one time. I really like it. I like to just outline my thing. I don't know if I would repurchase, because I do have like favorites that are a little cheaper, and it's nothing like revolutionary, you know? Everyone has, not everyone, but a lot of brands have kind of succeeded with the brow pencil, so this is not super exciting. And then we have the Milani Weekend Brow. It's the eyebrow tint. I have the shade 140 Espresso. I don't know why they did that. 150 Espresso, 140 Espresso. They're both espresso, so I'm confused. But I do have this one, and I do like this one, the marker as well. Just like to flick it in my brows. They don't have a soap brow, do they? Because I think I'm gonna do a video kind of trying to dupe my favorites, high-end favorites of mine, and I want to try to find a dupe for my Patrick Ta brow thing. And this one is kind of similar to the ABH. The tips are a little bit different, but it is really nice. It gets the job done, and you know, I would never go out of my way to buy the ABH when this one literally just does the same thing. And so I do like it. It's nice. It's very, I like it too, because like you just saw I just messed up a little bit. You just wipe it off and you're good. But once you set it, when you let it like kind of set in your brows, it stays, it does not move. It's really, really nice. And I think my brows just look stunning. Stunning. I do wish that some of these markers could, if there's a way for the markers to have a spoolie, like I don't know if that's even possible, because the way you have to like put, I don't know, marker is just different than a pencil, but still I would like a spoolie. Although I'm being bougie because I have 50 brow pencils with spoolies. Just being a little bougie, a little stingy. All right, next we're gonna go with another exciting product. We're gonna go in with the Milani Fruit Fetish Make It Last Mango Coconut Scented. I love this, I love mango coconut. I love anything tropical like that. So freaking good, so banging. It's $10, you can get it at Ulta as well. Ooh. I was gonna tell you guys, but then I was like, oh, I'll just spray it. Well, I freaking have been saving this for this video because I have like the smallest amount left, and so I haven't been using it because I was like, crap, I want to use it when I do the video, and I don't want to buy a whole new one for it. And it just squirted the life out of me at me because I haven't used it in so long. I should have sprayed it out first. All right, next we're gonna go in with a face palette, like I mentioned. So I do have two. These are unfortunately not available at Ulta. You can get them on Milani.com. I'm not sure about Target. You might be able to get them at like Target and stuff like that and other stores, but I know you can't get them at Ulta, which it kind of sucks, but you know, obviously there's still a chance to get them, so they're not completely limited edition, which is awesome. But these are the Milani, let's see, all-inclusive eye, cheek, and face palettes. So they have light to medium, and medium to deep. So this is light to medium here. I can do some swatches. This is the highlighter, bronzer, blush, and shimmery blush, and then like matte blush. I'll swatch them on my skin so you guys can see, because I know I had a hard time deciding on what one to go with because they were both like, I don't know, I'm medium, so light to medium, medium to deep seems like I can use them all. If you're someone who is my skin tone, you use products that are more my skin tone, or more my tone, you've tried my products or we're kind of shade twins in some things, although I never find the right shade in anything, so whatever. I wouldn't pick up the light, I would pick up the deep one and call it a day, just because some of these shades really won't work for me. That blush is too pink, that's too pink, the bronzer's a little light, and the highlighter might work for me, but it's like, I don't need it. And then the shadows are nice as well. We'll swatch the shadows. They're nice and I could make them work as well, especially using some of the other shades as shadows. But again, it's nothing like super 10 out of 10. So if I could go back, I would avoid the light palette, just a heads up. So if it's helping you decide, I would go with the deep one, but that one's nice as well. And then we have the medium to deep one, which is so scrumptious. Here it is here. We'll swatch the highlighter, the bronzer, the blush, the deeper blush, which is a huge jump difference, honestly. I'm gonna swatch them, but then I'll go back and swatch the lighter shades because I kind of took it off, but I wasn't planning on doing a swatch really. So here are the, wow, oh my gosh. What is life, people? Huzzah! Here is the deep, medium deep palette. So again, a deep blush, deep bronzer, a brighter blush, but still shimmery. It's kind of has some depth to it. And then we have a pretty deep highlighter, which might even be too dark on me sometimes. So that freaking sucks. And then we'll go ahead and swatch the shadows, which are definitely the highlight of this palette. We have the deeper matte, the shimmer, and then the top one. And the deeper matte, shimmer, top one, which this is the perfect kind of like tone for me and my skin tone, just crease, outer corner, lid. And then the blushes are super nice and stuff like that, but I do have other blushes and stuff, so I really don't need it for the blush, the Milani palette, but just to mention. I'm just gonna swatch the other shades real quick so you guys can see. There we go. We have deep on top, medium deep on top, and light medium on the bottom. So definitely some big jumps. If you're someone, again, who's deciding. I think this really called for a medium shade because there's so many, like the highlights here are completely like opposites of the spectrum. How would I like have one to use? And the bronzers as well, they're pretty different. The blushes, you know, you could kind of get away with, I think, all four of them. But again, just some differences there. And the eyeshadow shades are fine. You know, typically when we're doing an eyeshadow look or get an eyeshadow palette, you have all the shades options. So it's kind of like, you know, so-so, but still, I think we could have used one more palette for sure. Right in the smack in the middle, we would have been great. I'm gonna go back between the two palettes just because, again, I have both of them, and then I do have a lighter. I have a more medium kind of skin tone, so I can get away with a couple of the shades, but it really sucks, and I don't know if that helps any of you pick which one you want or whatever it is. Sorry for moving. I don't know if it helps you guys pick like whichever one you want or whatever, but yes, I think for highlighter, we're gonna go in with the light palette just because that highlighter looks like it'll be better than the other highlighter. Although they both don't look the best. I'm just gonna do it right here. I want to try one of the big highlighters from Milani. I just haven't got around to it. I just literally lightly tapped it off and then just let it hug my cheek so that it wasn't leaving it won't leave a strip. When you just lightly tap it on. When you lightly brush it on, help it melt into the skin, melt into the blush, it won't leave a streak. Yeah, this highlighter is nice. I wonder if I could like pop them out and like create my own palette because the highlighter in this one is nice. Yeah, so that's it we'll use for the light palette. We're gonna go in with the deep palette to do the eyeshadows. I'm literally just gonna do crease, outer corner, lid. Cause you know, what else am I gonna do? There's not very many options. I do like the idea of these kind of palettes, you know, all in one, all inclusive kind of things. They're really, really cool, especially if you're someone who travels quite a bit, or like you just want your makeup to be easy, you just want to do bronzer, blush, and highlighter. I like it too because you can even use the bronzer and the blushes as like eyeshadows as well. It's a really good idea. It's nothing bad. It's nice too because the formula is really, really nice, and a lot of these like all-in-one face palettes get almost a bad name because they seem to almost remind you of the cheap drugstore days when everything was kind of in one palette and it was very chalky, very dry, very nasty kind of colors. And so it kind of just brings you to that zone, at least me. And I know like people, I feel like that's the stigma around these all-in-one face palettes, but I feel like it's a really nice formula. It is very creamy smooth. The highlighters are beautiful. The mattes are beautiful. Everything about this palette is really, really nice, except for the shades that they chose. So if they were more inclusive and like people could really truly get their perfect like shades, if all the shades in here were their perfect shade, it would be really, really nice because then it would make life easier. But like even for me, I'm just a mess. Even for me, like I would have to now bring two palettes if I want to do a full face, or I have to bring something else so that I can use whatever, my perfect bronzer, whatever it is. So that's where it kind of is its downfall, I feel like. Then we're just gonna take that middle shade, the deepest shade down here, and put it on the outer corner. I think again, like I said, Milani, I mean, no, not like I said, but Milani's not really known for their shadow formulas or anything like that. They're not bad, they're just nothing extraordinary. They just don't have the best, most appealing color schemes. They're just not 10 out of 10, and they're not really known for it. And that's okay, because Milani has such amazing other products. And you know, not everyone can be known for everything, basically. And so that's totally okay. But they really have something good going with this. And I feel like if they just like, what is the word? Buckle down and kind of just get to the finish line with this, it will be so good. It could be so freaking good. I'm just gonna take that same shade and, just gonna take that same shadow and put it on the lower lash line. And just see how pretty they are, and they're so blendable, so smooth. Oh my gosh, we're gonna go with the shimmer shade. The shimmer shade in the middle. And it has a nice mirror, it's perfect. It's perfect for anything you need. It's just like them shades, them shades. Again, if I had to redo, I would just get the deep palette, even though the highlighter wouldn't work too well. I would make it work more so than getting a whole nother palette for just the, highlight, See, just a beautiful copper, beautiful, easy look, especially for fall around the corner. It's just so basic, so nice. But beautiful, and so I do really like it. All right, I keep telling you that, but I feel like I'm finalizing it. Oh, next is mascara. Oh, those palettes are both $14.99. $14.99 each, which again, it's not too bad for an all-inclusive face palette if one of them works for you really, really well. I got mine off from Mercari. I bought them both for like 20 bucks, which was really nice. So just depending on, again, what you're looking for, how you want to get it, they are really, really nice. You can't get them at Ulta, but that's okay. Next, we're gonna go with a product that I don't really love. The Milani Highly Rated Mascara, I have only used this like once or twice. Both times it's kind of like so-so. But I have been proven wrong by mascaras in the past. Sometimes once they dry out, they are better. So I've given it quite a bit of time, honestly. So we're gonna try it. I don't know if it has the best reviews. I can't remember. I thought it was like, again, they were kind of just so-so reviews. Like people either, like some people really liked it, some people really hated it. But I feel like it was like, all in all, it kind of just didn't decide for me. You know? Like I said, some mascaras have proven me wrong in the past. It looks really, really pretty. Do I think it's anything revolutionary? No, I have so many good mascaras. It's not the like most voluminous or most lengthening or most curling, but it is really nice at all three. And so if you're someone who's looking for a mascara that just does all three really nicely, you know, this one is really, really good and it is looking really good. I'm impressed. I will bite my tongue for sure. All right, I'm just gonna take this highlight shade in the deep palette and put that in the inner corner. I just don't have a brush, so we're gonna try to use my finger. Easy, breezy, beautiful. Really, really nice. And so it's a pretty mascara. It did end up looking really good. All right, next we're going in with some products I'm really excited for. We have lips. I wanted to tell you guys this some eons ago, but I was wearing the Laneige lip seaming mask in the shade Mint Choco. And the reason why I wanted to tell you is because I really wanted to try the Milani lip balms, but freaking, again, they're $8, like I said, out of pocket. So I went with this so that I could use it up so that I could justify getting the peppermint one. Right? Also, the mascara is $10.99. Wow, that's a lot of dollars for that mascara. Not worth $10.99 in my opinion, but whatever. All right, lip liner. We're going in with the Milani Understatement lip liner in the shade 110 Nude Entrance. I don't know if it's Entrance, Nude Entrance, Nude Entrance. I don't know. I feel like Nude Entrance sounds like a thing. Nude Entrance does not, so I don't know. But this is $7.99, which is a great price. I do have other lip liners that are my favorite, but people really love these because for a good reason. They're really nice, really creamy, super creamy. This color is just a really nice, like your lips but better kind of shade. It'd be pretty for the fall. It's nice. I like it. Yes. And then I have two lipsticks, which we'll swatch them both. We have my Milani Color Statement lipstick, $5.99. You can get it at Ulta still, so that's really, really nice. So pretty. I picked mine up at Target. I love it. It's just a little bit more of a cooler tone kind of pink. So we're going to try and see how I think these are the matte lipsticks. I don't know. I have the shade 420 Tease, and it's a little bit like, they're just a little, this is the Tease. They're a little different, and on camera they look even less different than they do in person. This one is just slightly, you can see it on my lips, slightly warmer. I don't know what the tone is. It's slightly more nude. I don't know. But they're both really, really pretty. I love Milani lipsticks. They do something real right with lipsticks. Really like, they're creamy. None of them dry down super, super matte. So none of them dry down transfer proof, I should say, just so you know. But the color statements are a little bit more creamy, a little bit more creamy, and the matte ones are a little bit more matte. Again, not completely transfer proof, but a little bit more matte. So really, really nice. All right, guys, that is everything. I'm gonna get lipstick everywhere. Here is the final look. I love it. I think it's so pretty, and I think Milani just does something so right with some of their products, a lot of their products, honestly. But yeah, the quote for today, let's go, we picked one. The scripture for today is Psalms 90 verse 2. They talked about this in church today, and it was interesting. And the scripture says, teach us to number our days. And it's so interesting, but it's like, it's kind of a wake-up call, like life is short, and don't think that you're gonna live till you're 80 because you might not. And so just to remember that and kind of balance your life with school, friends, and work, the whole nine, because again, your days are numbered, and so it's important to remember that. Yes, so that is it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it because I know I had a lot of fun, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.